To plot the next 2 points here, we're going to scale the y-axis as and then looking at that coordinate of 14. We're not going to be able to fit it on this grid. So we're going to scale the y-axis so it goes up by 2. So it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and up to 20 it looks like. Okay, so plugging these points in, so -7, -1 is maybe right about there. +3 and 14, it's right about there. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, looks like I missed one here. So 14, right about there. Okay, looks like that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Looks like 10 is right about there. So there's my graph. Okay, I got my line through those 2 points. And I'm going to, first of all, find slope. So finding slope between those 2 points, the rise is going to be from -1 to +14. So I have a +15 rise. And from -7 to +3, I've got a +10 run. So my slope then is equal to 15 over 10, which I'm going to simplify to 3 over 2. Okay, and it's going positive direction. So my equation of my line so far is y equals mx plus b. I know my m value, my slope value, is going to be 3 over 2, and my b value is unknown. Okay, so finding out the b value, what we can do again is anytime we have x and y coordinate pairs, we can always substitute it into our x and y in our equation. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And this can be done in any situation. Okay, and in this situation, it happens to help us solve for b because it leaves us just with b in the equation. So working this out, I get -1 equals -21 over 2 plus b. Solving for b, I'm going to make it a common denominator, -2 over 2 plus, I'm going to add 21 over 2 to both sides. So I end up with +19 over 2 as my b value. So the equation of my line becomes y equals 3 over 2 x plus 19 over 2 as my y-intercept. And 19 over 2, that's approximately 9.5, and that looks like about the right spot for my y-intercept. Okay, it's just under 10. And this is not, a super accurate graph, but it's good enough. Gives me the idea that I'm in the right spot. Okay, so if I have a slope and passing through a point 9 over 10 up, okay, so let's say that's my point there, and it has a point slope of rise of 2, run of 3, so I'm going to go down to back 3, down to back 3, down to back 3. And it looks like if I go backwards, I'm at a y-intercept of +4. Okay, now I'm pretty confident that is the case. Okay, but we can also calculate this. So there's my slope. Okay, I'm going to draw my slope triangle here. 2 and 3. Okay, and my coordinate 9, 10 is up here. And if I just work myself back, it looks like the y-intercept is +4. But I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. I already know my slope, so I'm going to write my equation out. Y equals, I know my slope is 2/3, okay, x plus my unknown b. Okay, and again, the b looks like it's +4. I can solve for the b by plugging in x and y. Okay, because those are the only things left in my equation. The only thing it leaves is my b value. So make sure you plug it in the right way around. So 2 over 3 times 9 plus my leftover b value. Well, 9 times 2 divided by 3 is 6. So I end up with 10 is equal to 6 plus b. I can solve for b. And b equals the positive 4 that I see in my graph. Okay, so that looks like it's correct. So I end up with y equals 2/3 x plus 4.